Hey, what's happening, you guys? This is your boy Creative D Will, your everyday creative dad. Welcome to the channel, and thank you all for tuning in. Hey, yo, look, before we get started, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos. I am super excited. I just want to give a huge shout out to the folks over at Zounds for sending me out the Akai Force. Yes, they sent it out to me as a loaner. They let me try it out, mess around with it for I had it for about 3 weeks now. I just wanted to really dive in and get the workflow before I tell you guys the 5 things that I like and dislike about this piece of hardware. It's kind of like the last standalone device that I really wanted to get my hands on, because to me, the Akai Force, the MPC Live, and SP404 and the Machine Plus are kind of like all the top dogs when it comes to standalone machines. So in the future, I'm gonna be telling you guys which one I would purchase if I was a certain type of person or creator that's buying either the Force, the MPC, the SP404, the Machine Plus. I'm gonna do a video on that in the future, but for today, I'm gonna tell you guys some of the things that I like about it. I've been really diving into this thing, so y'all already know what time it is, man. Let's dive in and let's get creative. Alright, you guys, so welcome back. As y'all can see, I got the Akai Force right here on the desk. This thing is huge, man. It is super duper huge. It's like half off. You guys can't see it. I just didn't want to adjust my camera because this is only a loaner and I gotta send this bad boy back. But so we're gonna start off with some of the things that I disliked about the Akai Force, just getting my hands on it and everything like that, and spending a little bit of time on it. There was a few things that I just didn't like about the workflow, but that's probably because I'm coming from the machine and I love the machine. The machine is my weapon of choice, but the Akai Force does have a lot of strengths, but we're gonna talk about those later. So the first things first, if you're thinking about getting the Akai Force, then you really need to understand that this is completely 100% standalone, not like the MPC or the Machine Plus, where you got that company software. You have no accompanying software with this, and it's completely standalone. You can plug it up to your computer and put all your sounds onto your sound card, or drag and drop all your sounds onto your sound card. But other than that, you don't have any software that comes with this. So if you wanted to kind of have a hybrid like the Machine and the MPC, you don't get that with the Akai Force. This is all you get. You can do everything in a box. That's kind of like a pro and a con, because you can do everything and finish a complete project. The Arranger is awesome, that's one of my good features, but you don't get any of that with the Akai Force. So you got to keep that in mind. So if you're thinking about getting it, just know that this is 100% standalone. That's why it's dope for live. Number 2, I got my notes over here. Number 2, like I said when I first started off in this video, this thing is huge, man. It is super duper huge. I got it right here. Let me bring it up here. And this is huge. It takes up the whole real estate of my screen. It is crazy how big this is compared to the MPC. Let me pull up here. This is the MPC right here. Let me bring the MPC over here really quick. So this is the MPC, and you can see that like the MPC Live is half, not even half of this size. It's like, this thing is huge. 2 of the MPC Lives compared to just like one of this Akai Force. So you wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to travel with this thing unless I'm taking it to like a gig or something. But other than that, this would stay in my studio. I would not take it out of the studio just because it's too big to be portable and move around. And I really don't. I mean, I used to have the Machine Studio, so having this in the studio, if this was my main cook-up device, I'll probably have it off to the side somewhere. I wouldn't have it over here in the production section of my studio. It'd be more so just a standalone device that if I just wanted to power up and cook up with, it'd just be off in the corner somewhere where I can just get lost directly into this. So that is number 2 of my dislikes of the Akai Force. Number 3 thing that I don't like it is that for some odd reason they put the freaking record button way up here. Why did y'all do that, Akai? Why did y'all put the record button way up here? There's an arm button down here in the left hand corner. You guys can't see it, but there's an arm button, record arm button. And I'm like, yo, why did y'all put the record arm right here for these clips? So I have to click all the way up here and then click on the clips, and if I want to start recording onto different clips and everything. And to me, it just feels more natural to hit that record, stop, and all my play functions right down here. Because it's so big and it's so long, it's just not natural to me. Like even the NPC has it right there in the right hand corner where I can just boop, press it. The machine has it right there on the left, like in the left hand corner. So I wish they would have had to thought that out a little bit better and put that record button down here instead of way up here. That would have made my life a lot easier. All right, so number 4, it's kind of a pro and a con at the same time, and the reason being is because you have a lot of them. The 4th thing that I don't like about the Akai Force is these pad sizes. These are, I find myself hitting multiple pads at the same time, because I'm so used to the bigger pads on the NPC and the machine that I find myself hitting these smaller pads at the same time. But like I said, that is a pro. That is a con, that is a dislike, but it does come in handy down the line. And I'm gonna tell you guys when I get to the like section of why it's kind of like a give and take type deal. So these pads are really small and you can definitely hit multiple ones if you're used to utilizing those bigger pads. So if you're thinking about getting it, just think about that as well. If you got fat fingers like me, then you're gonna mess around and hit multiple pads when you're trying to finger drum. All right, so one of the huge drawbacks of the the Machine Plus that I didn't like was that it didn't have a standalone, it didn't have a battery. And this one does not have a battery as well. So it's huge, so you probably wouldn't be taking it anywhere, but you have to have AC, you have to have the power adapter plugged in order to use it. And if you don't have that, then you won't be able to power it up. I would have liked to see, this thing is huge. I feel like they could have put a battery pack somewhere off to the side. Since it's already big, give a battery pack or somewhere in here. So if you just wanted to just have it off in the corner and power it up and just get ready to rock and roll with it, rather than having to worry about a power cable at all times and plug up to the wall, then that would have been a great welcome addition, especially if it's standalone. If it's standalone, I think that they should always have batteries when it comes to standalone devices. That's just my thought. You want it to be completely standalone. It's not really standalone if you gotta plug up a power source just to power it up. I think that defeats the whole purpose of standalone. And that was one of my biggest gripes with the Machine Plus, was that I wish, oh my god, man, if Native Instruments, if y'all watching this, man, please give us on the Machine Plus 2, give us an internal battery, and that thing would be perfect for me. I would love it. So that's the 5th thing that I dislike about this, is that it's not completely standalone, which it is standalone, but not completely standalone because it don't have that battery, and I wish they would have had a freaking battery in this thing. So, all right, so that's the 5 things that I dislike about this. Now, let's dive into the pros. I had a lot of things on my list, and I had to kind of dial it back down to 5 that I really like about the Akai Force. If you are in the market for a standalone device and you want a hybrid between like the Machine Plus, the NPC and the Machine Plus, I think this workflow and the Ranger and everything like that and all of these buttons and the scenes and stuff is kind of like a hybrid between both of them, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why. So the main thing that I love about this is the arranger. The arranger on this thing is super duper dope, and it reminds me of the Machine workflow, where you got all these different scenes and stuff right here. You can launch these different scenes and you can go ahead and just put them all in arrange it exactly how you want it. So that's one of the things that I really liked about this, was the arranger on the Akai Force. I thought that was super duper cool, and it reminds me of that Machine workflow of just appending the different scenes or appending the different scenes to the timeline. So if you're interested in that, the arranger on this thing is amazing, so you guys check that out. The second thing that I like is, like I said, man, these pads are small, but one of the pros is you actually get more pads. You have 16 here, you have 16 here, you got 16 here, and you got another 16 there. So if you are somebody that doesn't like to have to press shift and get to the different note levels on the MPC, then this right here gives you, I can utilize all of these different pads for different features. So I just hit this note button over here, and these pads, you give me 16 levels. So I can come over here and I can select on that. The pitch over here. So each 16 pads over here does different things. You got like the pitch, you got the level, and you got all of those different things, which I really liked that integration and that feature. That makes these pads very usable and very functional. I thought that you was gonna have these different pads and it's gonna be like all kind of notes and stuff. I was like, yo, like I don't know how to play the keys. All I need is 16 of these bad boys and just give me an octave and I'm good. But anyway, you get a whole bunch of functionalities with these pads. You don't have to do a lot of menu diving when you want to do the 16 levels and different notes and stuff. So that is that. That's number 2. Number 3 is these knobs. These knobs, third thing that I really like about this is these knobs right here, yo. These knobs are super duper cool, and you have the ability to map them to whatever you want to map them to. So if I came over here to like the mixer, then let's go. Matter of fact, let's come back over here to the matrix. You see, I'm still learning this thing. Let's go back over here to the matrix, and let's go to the arranger, and let me see my knobs. I hold it down, hold that down right there, and I say, hey, I want to map these different knobs right here, to what's on the screen, and bye y'all, it automatically map what's on the screen. So I can literally go to any screen and have these knobs mapped out to what I want it to be mapped out to, which is dope. And as you can see, this arranger looks like an actual timeline, which is super duper cool. I got the tempo over here, I got the loop start and end point. I can loop these bars right here. It's just a super duper dope function to have that. And not only that, I can map it out to the screen, or I can say, okay, I want this to just control the volume knobs, just to control the pan knobs, just to control the sends, the track effects, and pans, and all that other stuff, the MIDI features. So you can change these knobs to whatever you want depending on the function that you're using it for. And number 4, the touchscreen display. Like I said, man, this thing is kind of like a hybrid between the machine and the MPC, because on the machine you don't have a touchscreen, but on the Akai Force you got a freaking touchscreen just like you got it on an MPC Live over here. And I can do everything that I want to do right here from the actual screen. I can do all of that right there. Boom, touch it, and it makes just the workflow a lot easier to be able to just touch the screen. Like it's like an iPad. It feels like an iPad. So, and then I also got this knob right here that I can use that too if I'm used to that machine workflow where you gotta do a lot of turning and everything like that, which ain't bad. It turns out to, when you do it for long enough, it starts to become muscle memory. But having that touchscreen, that's a super duper dope plus. So the machine plus, y'all need to go ahead and integrate this and add a touchscreen. That would be super duper dope. And so that's number 4. Like the 4th thing that I really like about this is the touchscreen. It's super duper dope, really responsive, feels good, feels like I'm utilizing an iPhone like I got right here with my list, or it just feels good. So, all right, the 5th thing that I really like about this thing, and I think I already said it, is the arranger. I absolutely love the arranger. I love the scenes over here. I said it first that I like the arranger, but not just the arranger. They have, if I'm over here in the matrix, I can start switching in between these different scenes and just start adding my different, just a whole bunch of different clips. So I add a clip here, boop boop boop. Let me see. Let me go back over here. Matrix, boom. And I can just start switching between all of the different clips and stuff. If I had something on this, I can switch over here to these different scenes and I can just start playing them and auditioning all of my different sounds and stuff built in right here. So that's one of the the biggest things that I really love about this is just the arranger, the scenes over here, and the ability. That's a horrible loop that I got. Matter of fact, let me just undo that because that was, I don't know what the heck I was thinking for that. Bye, y'all. So if you're interested in getting this, man, then make sure you guys utilize the link below. Like I said, Zound sent me this out. Those are my 5 things that I liked and I disliked about the Akai Force. I'm just learning it. I'm just diving into it. I'm gonna see if they let me keep it for a little bit longer so I can start diving into it and doing a little bit more hands-on with this thing and see what's all the intricacies I can learn about it and cooking up on it. So in the next video, I'm gonna be telling you guys the strengths of the MPC Live 2, the Akai Force, the SP404, and the Machine Plus. And like I said in the beginning, which one would I purchase going into the holidays or the New Year's if you're thinking about getting some type of new gear? There's a specific one that I probably would purchase based off of my needs and what I need it for. I think this one, one of the biggest strengths for this one is, I think that if you're doing a lot of live performancing, that this thing right here is probably your best bet in regards to the different scenes and arrangers and stuff like that, that you can actually just build your scenes out. I think that that's super duper dope. So again, make sure you guys click that link in the description if you want to get this. It'll take you directly to Zound's page where you can check this hardware out and actually grab some more gear from them if you guys want. Zound's is super duper awesome. I like them. They're amazing. So again, thank you, Zounds, for sending this out. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, you guys be awesome, be creative, and don't let anybody stop you from doing what it is that you want to do in life. Deuces.